All right, guys. Today we're going to learn about how to find the rate of change. All right. Well, the rate of change tells us how information is changing, right? If I look at a graph, it's not just a bunch of random numbers and points, it's information that we need to know. Okay. So the first question says, what is this graph measuring? Well, the title says Nick's bank account. So it is measuring Nick's bank account. Easy enough. Right? And what is the x-axis measuring? So remember, our x-axis is down here. Right? So the x-axis is measuring the number of weeks. We're going to say weeks. All right, and what is the y-axis measuring? Well, the y-axis, all right, here's our y-axis. Our y-axis is measuring dollars. All right, so we're tracking how much money he has over a certain number of weeks. Okay. So how much money did Nick start with? All right. Well, this is after 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. That means he started at 0 weeks. So how much money did he start with? Oh, he started with $30 because our graph hits at 30 at 0 weeks. So Nick started with $30. Okay. So like, how did I figure out? Well, the next one says, well, how much money is he adding every week? Well, at zero, right? So I'm gonna say, all right. So at 0 weeks, he has $30. All right. Well, at 1 week, he's got $50. I'm gonna fill in our table down here. At 2 weeks, he has $70. At 3 weeks, he's got $90. 4 weeks, he's got $110. And after 5 weeks, he's got $130. All right. So let's look. So each week, how much is our dollar amounts going up? Every week they're going up by $20. All right. Every week, 30. All right. Plus 20 is 50. Plus 20 is 70. Plus 20. Right. Every time it's adding the same amount. And the reason I should know it's adding the same amount is because we have a straight line. Right? If our line is straight, that means we're adding the same amount every time. All right, well, how much does he have through 6 months? Well, here's 6 months. Let's go up and see where is it? It's my graph right here. My Y value is $150. Or I could have looked down here and be like, all right, well, six would be next here. 130 plus 20 is 150. All right, so we could have figured out using our table or go to our graph. All right, where's X6? All right. Okay, so then boom, easy peasy. All right. Hope you notice right here, this should say weeks, not months. All right. I'm gonna get that fixed on your copy. Make new copies after I make this video. Okay. But again, like a, a graph is telling us information. All right. So Nick's rate of change is $20 per week. All right. How much is he making? No, every week. So he makes $20. So it's our Y value over our X value, right? It goes up $20 every week. So how is our Y values changing over how our X values changing, right? Our Y's are going up by 20 and our X is going up by 1. All right, well, that was pretty easy. All right, so today we're just focusing on making sure we know how to understand how to read a graph and what information is it telling us. Let's get a little more practice on that. All right, now focus on Holly's bank account. So what is the graph measuring? Holly's bank account. And the x-axis is measuring number of weeks. The y, right? Because our x-axis is on the bottom, right? Because the x has two legs, and he goes left and right. But our y-axis, a y only has one leg, so he only goes up and down. Right? So let's fill out our table. All right. So if this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that means at 0 weeks he had, or she had, sorry, $60. All right. So this is 280. It's 4, 100. 6 weeks. She's got 120. 8 weeks, 140. 10 weeks, 160. All right, so our y-axis is measuring dollars. So how much money did Holly start with? So again, when she started, that was at 0 weeks. So at 0 weeks, she had $60. And now this is where some of us might get a little confused. How much money is Holly adding to her account every week? And they'll be going, oh, our Ys are going up by 20 every week. But they're not. Our Ys are going up by 20, right? These are going up by 20. But how many weeks is that changing? It's going up 20, well, every 2 weeks, right? My X's, right? Between, if at 0 weeks she's got 60, and after 2 weeks she's got 80, well, that doesn't mean she's earning $20 every week. I got to divide it. 20 divided by 2 is $10 every week. I can't just see what are my Y's changing. It's my, well, how are my Y's changing? This little triangle means delta, means how are my Y's changing? Divided by, well, how are my X's changing? All right, so I went up $20, but it took me 2 weeks. So that means each week is $10. All right, because again, it goes up another 20. Yeah, but it took 2 weeks. So it's not $20. I got to make sure I pay attention. I know it's going up by 20, but how long did it take me to go up by 20? So I got to divide. All right. So again, this should say 6 weeks. So at 6 weeks, she's got $120. Well, let's think about it like this. If at 0 weeks, she had 60, after 6 weeks, she's 120. She went up $60, but it took her 6 weeks. 60 divided by 6 is 10. All right, because again, it's a straight line. It means she's going up the same amount every time. So the difference between any 2 points is always going to be $10 a week. All right, so her rate of change is $10 a week. Okay. All right, we're gonna do this last example. Then you're gonna have some practice on this. All right, just reading these graphs and making sure we understand how to find the rate of change. All right, so I'm talking about Mr. Freeman's bank account. All right. So what is the graph measuring? All right, Freeman's bank account. And the x-axis again is measuring weeks. Y-axis again is measuring dollars, below dollar sign. And let's fill in our values. So at 0 weeks, Mr. Freeman had $90. And after 2 weeks, $80. After 4 weeks, $70. After 6 weeks, $60. 8 weeks, $50. 10 weeks, $40. So how much money did Mr. Freeman start with? Well, he started at where it's 0. At 0 weeks, he started with $90. How much money is Mr. Freeman adding to his account every week? Oh man, I need to change this. He's not adding, right? My values are going down. He is subtracting. All right. So since he's subtracting, right, how much is going down by 10? All right, down 10, down 10, down 10, down 10. But again, how many weeks is that taking? All right, it's going down 10, right? So we're going to say negative 10. If it's going down, we're subtracting 10, right? But it's taken again 2 weeks. All my weeks are going down, are going up by 2. If I'm going down 10 over 2 weeks, well, negative 10 divided by 2 is he's losing, so negative $5. All right, how much is he adding? Well, he's not adding. He's losing $5, right? Because our line's going down. So that tells me my rate of change is negative. Right? When it's going up, we're earning money. Good, going up. That's a good thing. That's positive. Going down, oh, that's negative. That's not a good thing, right? Losing money. So it's negative 5. Because again, I went down $10, but over 2 weeks. That means each week was $5. Mr. Freeman has, after 10 weeks, $40. Okay. So some overall things to look at real quick. All right. I can't just see how are my Y's changing because these are going up by 20, but it took 2 weeks. So I had to do 20 divided by 2. Right. Or same thing here. These are going down 10, but again, over 2 weeks. So if it's $10 over 2 weeks, that's $5 every week. Right. Anytime our line's going down, well, that's going to be a negative. That's not a good thing when you're losing money. All right. Anytime our line's going up, man, it's a great thing when we're earning money. That's positive. That's awesome. Down, oh, that's going to be negative. That's not a good thing. Okay. So again, our x-axis is down on the bottom. Y-axis stands up nice and tall. All right. You guys got this. Have a great rest of your day.